Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Dear Venerable Sangha, Buddhist ladies and gentlemen, you are invited to join us in this weekly Buddhist newsreel on Phật online channel. Hereafter, 8 major headlines of Buddhist activities of the week. Central section of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha sends condolence letter to Sri Lanka Buddhist Nikaya aggregation. Ho Chi Minh City, UPOSATHA Ritual Health and Medicinal Sutra recited solemnly at Vietnam National Pagoda. Ho Chi Minh City, Most Venerable Rector of Vietnam Buddhist University purifies the concrete piling ceremony for construction of the library and lecture hall. Con Tum Grand Ceremony to show gratitude for REQUIEM the MARTYRS. Ho Chi Minh City, UNESCO Center for Cultural Conservation of Vietnamese Religions and Beliefs induced in a ceremony. KIêN, Opening Ceremony of Dharma Teachings Examination in Pali Language, Sutra Precepts Academic Year 2020-2021. Ho Chi Minh City, Thanh Tâm Pagoda organized health check for Buddhist students of Vietnam Buddhist University. One-day retreat with the theme Heartfelt Equanimity at NIKAYA Monastery. The following are the news in detail.
Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Administrative Council, Socialist Republic of Vietnam, Independence, Freedom, Happiness. Hanoi, March 25, 2021. Condolence Letter for the attention of Sri Lanka Buddhist Nikaya Aggregation, Sri Lanka Embassy in Hanoi. The Vietnamese Buddhist Sangha, monks and nuns, Vietnamese Buddhists deeply regret the sad news of Venerable Kutugoda Dhammawasattharo, Amarapura Nikaya sect of Sri Lankan Buddhism, and Dhammapala Ramaya lineage head Dhammapala Ramaya, who passed away on March 22, 2021 in Colombo, Sri Lanka, with his 88 years on earth for dedication to Buddhism and world peace. The demise of Elder Venerable Kutugoda Dhammawasattharo is a great loss of Sri Lankan Buddhism and Buddhists in the world as well. On behalf of the Vietnamese Buddhist Sangha, Vietnamese Buddhist monks and nuns, we would respectfully acknowledge the entire Sri Lankan Buddhists. The Amarapura Nikaya sect of Sri Lanka Buddhist Nikaya aggregation and the Dhammapala Ramaya lineage, as well as the Mount Lavinia Monastery, Sri Lanka. Through the Embassy of Sri Lanka in Hanoi, the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha would convey its deeply condolences to the government and people of Sri Lanka. Pray for the Great Master Enlightenment, the Venerable Master incarnates the word of Nirvana. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. On behalf of the Permanent Board Chairman, Most Venerable Thích Nhơn.
On the morning of March 26, 2021, at Vietnam National Pagoda, Ho Chi Minh City, there was a monthly UPOSATHA ritual of the Reverend Monks of the Council of Patrons and Administrative Board of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha of Ho Chi Minh City and 24 districts and their affiliated permanent boards.
In witness, it was honored to have Most Venerable Thích Trí Quảng, First Deputy Dharma Master, Chairman of the Administrative Board of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha in Ho Chi Minh City. The Reverend monks gathered at the Patriarchal Shrine to pay homage to the Patriarch, and Most Venerable Thích Trí Quảng offered to the Buddhas incense and performed the UPOSATHA ritual according to the meditation ceremony at Great Shrine. UPOSATHA ritual is one of the unique activities of the Sangha to promote the sound nurturing of purity for monks. This is an opportunity for monks to listen to the Dharma precepts that have been ordained, as well as to remind each monk about the precepts of the monastic life. Accordingly, it is to develop wisdom in the purity and preserve the life of the Sangha. After the periodical UPOSATHA ritual, under the guidance of the Reverend monks, All employees of Hưng Thịnh Real Estate Company together recited the Medicinal Sutra to pray for the safety of the people, the termination of COVID-19 pandemic, to increase merits, and also to nurture the seeds of compassion in every human being.
In order to meet the demands for facility, the teaching and learning facility, the Board of Management of the Vietnam Buddhist University performed a concrete piling ceremony to upgrade the library and the lecture hall at its Campus 2, Vietnam Buddhist University, in Ho Chi Minh City on the morning of March 27, 2021.
In witness, it was honored to have Most Venerable Thích Trí Quảng, rectors of VBU in Ho Chi Minh City, with monks and nuns among the attendants. The whole congregation unanimously recite the sutra and offer incense to the Buddhas, the acknowledged ancestors, to bless the contraction. Following the ceremony program, the Most Venerable rectors and the monks and nuns operated the mortar engine and performed the filling. The large library, with the capacities of 1 million books, is designed with one ground floor and upper two floors with a total contraction areas of 12,500 meters square. Inside the library, there are 3 floors of functional rooms. Outside there are lake, garden, and surrounding arid entrance, and as it designed up to the standards of the contemporary library. The construction time is scheduled for 1 year. In order to meet the demands for teaching and learning space, the Board of Management decided to build a school building with 5 floors. The total construction area is 5,000 meters square, and the total cost of the library and school was 200 billion Vietnam dong. This is to realize the expectations of the monks and nuns, especially the Most Venerable Rector's deep concern over the past year, so that the monks and nuns will have conditions to cultivate the knowledge of Buddhism as a premise for development of Buddhism in the future.
Con Plong District is known not only for its majestic nature, but also its history of traditional revolutionary struggle. This area is considered as important his strategic military location, and on the occasion of 46th Kon Tum Province Liberation Celebration, the Provincial Department of Administration Board, Vietnam Buddhist SANGHA in cooperation with government leaders, People Committee, Vietnam Fatherland Front of Con Plong District, solemnly organized the grand celebration to show gratitude and praying for the hero martyrs on the March 27, 2021 at Khánh Lâm Pagoda, Kon Tum Province.
In witnessing and conducting the ceremony, there were Most Venerable Thích Quảng Sa, Vice Chairman of Administration's Department, Head of Kon Tum Provincial Department of Administrations, Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, together with monks, nuns, and numerous Buddhists. Attending the ceremony, there were representatives of local authority, various organizations, and agencies and departments in the district. Before that, the sutra opening ceremony was opened with a section of incense offering to commemorate and respectively invite the martyrs from the memorials in the regions to come and settle down in Khánh Lâm Pagoda on March 26, 2021. Venerable Thích Nhuận Bảo, the abbot of Khánh Lâm Pagoda, shared that the REQUIEM martyrs is a Buddhist traditional ritual to show gratitude, repay the tribute, and promote the tradition of grateful dead spirit showing gratitude and returning kindness, grateful to ancestors of the Vietnamese people. Thereby, it implements a traditional education to the next generations, our people pride, to promote the spirit of compassion and rejoice in the community lives, integrating the great solidarity, harmony to enhance the spiritual lives in healthy and transparent ways. The Requiem ceremony consists of 2 main sections, Requiem and praying, offering to the dead. At the ceremony, dignitaries, monks, nuns, lay people, together with heroic martyrs, relatives, people died in accidents, all commemorated the heroic martyrs who have sacrificed their lives for the cause of people liberations, our motherland defense. Dignitaries, monks, nuns, and lay people have meditated and recited prayers to the heroic martyrs and dead fellows to be saved and released, and prayed for the peacefulness to our country.
On the morning of March 28, 2021, at the Guest House 108 Nguyễn Du Street, Ho Chi Minh City, the launching ceremony of the UNESCO Center for Cultural Conservation and Vietnamese Religions and Beliefs took place.
Attending the ceremony were Most Venerable Thích Thiện Tâm, Vice Chairman of the Administrative Council, Vice Leader of the International Buddhist Committee of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Most Venerable Thích Huệ Minh, Permanent Member of the Administrative Council, Head of the Ritual Section of the Buddhist Sangha, Most Venerable Tăng No, Permanent Member of the Administrative Council, Deputy of the Central Supervisory Board, Head of the Sóc Trăng Provincial Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Venerable Thích Phước Nguyên, Member Administrative Council, Deputy of Office 2 of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Most Venerable Thích Đồng Bổn, Vice Rector of the Vietnam Buddhist Research Institute, together with Buddhist monks, nuns, and authorized representatives from other departments, branches, and organizations of central agencies and researchers. Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Xuân, the appointed director of the UNESCO Center, head of the organizing committee, gave the opening speech and introduced the UNESCO Center. He emphasized the urgency of the problem of protecting the identity of the national culture and religion and considered it a bridge to the future. Conservation of the cultural identity is the best solution to counteract the negative impacts of an industrial culture that is threatening the homogenized traditional cultural values that weaken the vitality and ability of the nation's creativity. The center also collaborated with the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, the Central Cultural Committee of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, the Institute of Religious Studies, the Vietnam Museum, to jointly conduct the surveys, researches, and documentation of some typical religious institutions, to hold the seminar, Vietnamese Buddhist Architecture Unified in Diversity, and implemented the project, Characteristic of Vietnamese Buddhist Architecture. Thereby, it is meant to assist the center to search out and expand the relationships with reputable organizations and individuals across the country. It is also a condition for the center to promote connection and development with more members. Mr. Bùi Thái Đạt, Deputy Chief of UNESCO Center Office, announced the decision to establish the center and decided the assignments of the center staff.
On the morning of March 27, 2021, at RECTOR Pagoda, Office Number 2 of Association of Patriotic Solidarity Monks of GIANG Province, it took place the open ceremony of PALI Dharma Teachings Examination, Sutras and Precepts, Academic Year 2020 to 2021.
Participating and witnessing, there were Most Venerable Danh Dong, Rector of Provincial PALI Institute, Sutra and Precepts, Most Venerable Danh Lân, Vice Rector of Provincial PALI Institute, together with dignitaries, monk and non-students. The Examination Council announced the examination regulations and rules to the examinees and requested them to strictly follow to make sure the honesty and fairness in the examination. Most Venerable Danh Lân also advised that the monk and non-examinees should be honest in the examination because of the exam importance in order to improve the Buddhist study levels of the monk and non-examinees and also to keep the traditional features of Theravada Buddhism. Delivering compassionate message, Most Venerable Danh Dong appreciated this year's examination organizing tasks. Though the best effects of COVID-19 pandemic is everywhere, the organization board tries their best to assist the examinees to register this examination. Most Venerable also expected that the monk and nun would try their best to achieve high results in this year's examination, to go on their path of spiritual studying and practicing. This year's graduation examination of Dharma teachings in Pali language, Sutras and Precepts took place in 2 days, the 27th to the 28th of March 2021, with more than 100 registered monks and non-students.
On the morning of March 28, 2021, the monks in Thanh Tâm Pagoda, Ho Chi Minh City, cooperated with Ho Chi Minh City Oncology Hospital to organize a medical examination for nuns of the Vietnam Buddhist University in Ho Chi Minh City.
Welcoming the doctors from the Oncology Hospital to Thanh Tâm Pagoda, there were Master Nun Thích Nữ Như Nguyệt, directors of VBU in Ho Chi Minh City, and the management section. The doctor team were led by Master Doctor Specialty Level 2 Trần Thị Anh Tường, deans of the Departments of Nutrition of Ho Chi Minh City Oncology Hospital, and the specialty doctors and nurses who examined the nuns for the health check. Dr. Anh Tường talked to the nuns how to recognize and prevent cancer, and especially instructed them how to self-examine and recognize the signs of the facial disease for early detections for timely treatment. Apart from that, the doctor also explained very especially about the nutrition mode, because it is very important for those who are on regular vegetarian diet that they need adequate nutrition in order to be healthy and to have proper resistance strength. At the same time, the doctor also answered the nuns' questions on health issues. After that, the doctor team conducted medical examination with ultrasound, clinical tests, and distributed medicine to the nuns and students.
On March 28, 2021, nearly 500 Buddhists in Ho Chi Minh City gathered in New Giác Monastery, Củ Chi District, to attend a one-day retreat titled Heartfelt Equanimity.
The retreat course was conducted under the guidance of Master Nun Thích Nữ Đức Tâm, a board of New Giác Monastery. The Buddha followers were taught and trained in ascetic practice according to the sections of sutra chanting, life releasing, sitting in meditations. It is known that the Heartfelt Equanimity course aims to help Buddhists who are busy relieve the pressures of work and the stresses of daily life to return to the calm mind, peacefulness in body and mind. Up to now, the one-day retreat course Heartfelt Equanimity is held for 11 sequences, attracting the participations of a large number of Buddhists of all ages and genders.
Venerable monks and nuns, Buddhist ladies and gentlemen, the last news has signed off this weekly newsreel. Thank you for your attention and following. Goodbye and see you in the next program on PSO TV channel. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha.